Richard from Marquette, Michigan, hit us up. He said, hey, I saw FanDuel dropped the early 2026 college football playoff odds. Did anything stand out to you? Yes, I was looking at this on the flight home last night. Several things stood out to me. Firstly, with all this talk about the SEC drought, the odds are reflecting that now. So it's one thing for the SEC to not finish in the top 3 or top 4 or whatever. But for a long time, even if that was the end of the story, if you rewound to the beginning of the story, the SEC littered the top of the odds board. There is no SEC team in the top 3 of the odds to win next year's national championship. It's Ohio State, Notre Dame, Indiana, and then Texas is there, Georgia, LSU, A&M. So there's still 4 of them in the top 10. It used to be like 6 or 7 of them in the top 10, and several of them in the top 4. And that's in the odds. So, yeah, that stands out a little bit. I'm not disagreeing with it. I'm just saying it stands out. I think Notre Dame and Texas, by far, out of the teams listed at the very top, those are the teams that will shoulder the highest level of expectation. Notre Dame's got the second best odds to win it all. Extremely workable schedule. Texas has got the 4th best odds to win it all. And they got Arch, and they just loaded up on a portal class. Plus, Texas always recruits well. And with the way that the season ended with them not even making the playoff, there's a lot of pressure on Steve Sarkisian, which he obviously understands. He got it the day he took the job. They especially understood it with this portal haul. LSU may be a little bit too low. So LSU's got plus 1,400 odds. That is good for 7th best in the country. Sam Leavitt, if he's fully healthy and he gets paired up with Lane Kiffin and he gets paired up with that offensive staff, and then you mesh in the portal class that they're bringing in, and it's not even done being constructed yet, Lane Kiffin has proven in the past he and that staff do not need an incredibly long runway. Like, they are very used to putting together a team in a little bit different manner than his forefathers have, in the coaching world at least. So I think LSU may be a little bit too low. If you look at where Oregon is, Oregon's at 5th, which is not low. Alabama's not even on the slider. They're at 11. I think Oregon and Alabama are probably a touch lower than they otherwise would have been because of the way their season ended. And there's a really bad taste in people's mouths, especially with Bama. I think probably more so than Oregon. But I think with both of them, I'm going to enter the Keelan Russell era at quarterback with Alabama. I am continuing the Dante Moore era at Oregon. I would slightly think that they may be undervalued. I think USC is well worth taking a risk on at 13th right now at plus 3,500 or 3,300. Yeah, 3,500 odds. I already put a little coin or two down on USC. Someone get that to Lincoln Riley. We're not doubting them over here. Everybody else may be, but we're not. Hey, guys, do me one favor. Check and see if you're subscribed to the channel. If you are, great. If you're not, it's that easy. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't sign you up for anything. It just helps us do the show this way forever. All right, back to the clip. You just got to figure out a way not to regress on defense. They lost Danton Lynn to Penn State. Still looking to backfill his spot. But good recruiting class coming in. But they just got a good team coming back. I mean, USC is going to be legitimate in the playoff picture next year. Firmly believe that. Penn State is 19th, tied for 19th. They've got plus 6,000 odds. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get out ahead of it because you're going to hear this a lot. Could Penn State be the next Indiana? Well, I'm going to ask you to stop that kindly. But I will say, very workable schedule next year. We got Matt Campbell. We got our boy up there. He's bringing over a large chunk of his former roster that was at Iowa State, and that includes experience at the quarterback position in Rocco Becht. Again, I want to say for a second time, it's a very workable schedule. So you got the roster continuity there. Still looking maybe to make, I don't know, one final move in the portal, 1 or 2 final moves in the portal. 19th best odds to win the national title, Penn State. Those are a few things that I looked at. You can go to FanDuel right now. All of that is available at FanDuel. They have 3 win totals at FanDuel right now, Jesse. It is Virginia Tech, right? Was it Penn State? LSU. It's Virginia Tech, LSU. And out of nowhere, like out of the rafters, we got to hit Mike about this. There is a third team with an over-under season win total. Would anyone like to guess who it is? There is no context clue. Like you would never in a million years guess that Arkansas is randomly the third. Yeah, there you go. 4.5, by the way. So welcome to Fayetteville, Ryan Silverfield. But that's not what I want to talk to you about. The NFL playoffs still ongoing. And no one covers the NFL like me. This has been well established in the past few weeks. No one covers the NFL like me. I was on Caleb Williams before anyone was, Jesse. He doesn't play this weekend, consequently. But yeah, I was on him before anyone was. Anyway, you've got all customers, every single one of you, getting profit boost in the conference championship round coming up. So looking forward to watching that and looking forward to exciting new markets opening there. Because, as spring ball comes around, we get many more over-under win totals, games of the year, Heisman odds. We get a lot of that. Also, got to shout out QuikTrip for fueling the Fall Don't Lie tour every single step of the way. Probably the only sad part of the Fall Don't Lie tour was when we were in Montgomery the other day. We were leaving family reunion, brief stop in Wetumpka, beautiful Wetumpka, home of Wayne from Wetumpka. We pit stopped in Wetumpka, and then on the way back, we're planning on going by QuikTrip. The exit was closed, Jesse. They had the exit closed on us. So I-65 south of Montgomery got to get its act together. That's on ALDOT. That's not on QuikTrip. So QuikTrip, outside of that one exit, and that's only if you're going south, they are there to fuel your every need. That's not actually a bad idea for a shirt name or a shirt idea. We'll table that. But QuikTrip has fueled us all year. They were on board. The moment we float concepts, they're just yes. And then they give away a bunch of free gas to our listeners and viewers all year. And cold brew on tap. Some people, for some reason, thought I was making up. And then more so by the day, you guys are pumping your gas and then going into QuikTrip, and you realize it's not a euphemism. There are quite literally taps that you pull, and cold brew of all different flavors and varieties comes out of it. I would call it safely one of the 15 most important inventions in the modern era of the United States of America. That's what I would call it. So I appreciate QuikTrip. We appreciate QuikTrip. Been a fun year. Here's to many more fun years ahead.